Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to continue with the story. Since last time I've got the Herrscher of Origin, I will of course upgrade her for now. Since yeah, it only makes sense. When I get her to upgrade her, since she's a relatively strong character, I would say. So yeah, it's nothing. Not that I can really upgrade them as long as she's level 1. I don't have too much upgrade material for her. Since yeah, as higher the character is from level, the yeah, if the level of the character gets higher, it needs such a large amount of upgrade material to get even higher. So I think level 80 is the max level for a character, and I think level A, to get a character to level 80 you need such a giant amount of upgrade material. It's really not. Yeah, I have a lot of coins, but I have a feeling that at some point I will get problems, since I can't afford to buy upgrade material anymore. But until that happens, I will use whatever I get as much as I can. Yeah. So yeah, but in this video we will continue with the story Wonders over Nagasura, which probably will continue exactly where the last one ended. And from what it seems like, it's again extremely long. Two men sat facing each other within the invisible void bubble above the sand. Golden light flowed and danced within the confinement created by the void Oshi's the first divine key. Otto observed the man before him. His inhuman gaze was devoid of emotions, memories, warmth. Yet it made Otto a little nostalgic. None dared to belittle him ever since he became the overseer. But this man belittled everything. Schicksal and Otto himself meant nothing to him. Nevertheless, Otto welcomed his arrival. All hail the road servant. I was just trying to lighten the mood before we begin our friendly conversation. In any case, I humbly welcome the Lord of the World Serpent. I knew I would eventually meet you. I know who you are and what you did. I am an admirer of your great deeds and exploits. Father to the Kaslanas, hero of the previous era, seer of the World Serpent, and enforcer of Watchdog Stigma. Kevin Kaslana, did you come here to declare war on me? No, the World Serpent does not intend to fight Jigsaw. I came here for one thing, your support for Project Stigma. An equal quest will come with a price. What are you offering in exchange for my support? Otto felt his hesitation. A great way to start the negotiations, he thought. He still commanded the initiative, but he would need to be extremely careful in his next move. I don't need your promise. You either submit or you will be destroyed. Oh no, that wouldn't be wise. Despite your great powers, my Schicksal wants the entire world. Imagine us doing everything we can to fight you. We will be defeated, but not before taking up your time. You stand to lose precious time, and then you will fail to finish your project before the end of days. I believe that is something you wish to avoid. It would be wiser for us to start proper negotiations. After all, I do not wish to fight the world servant. What do you want? He made an inquiry. He succeeded in steering the dialogue to the intended direction. I do have a project that I wish to finish before the final Herrscher arrives. But the Honkai is intensifying at a rate faster than we think. The great enemy is evolving with our civilization. Unpredicted Honkai incidents are happening across the planet as sign of pending original dimensional bleed. The fifth Herrscher will soon appear. Guilty as charged. You have a duty, I have a wish. None of us will be getting anything if we want if the final Herrscher arrives. Both of us are losing time. Instead of war, I believe a partnership would be a far better choice. It was time. Otto had waited for this very moment. His chances looked good, but Otto must ensure success. Otto placed the deciding gamble. I need something you have but no longer need. It will help me achieve my 500-year-old wish. In exchange, the individual named Otto Apocalypse should disappear from the path of the world servant. So, what do you want then? You hold the beacon to the cosmic juggernaut, the key of infinity. The key is incomplete without it. The pioneer sealed you and that beacon within the Sea of Quanta 1500 years ago. The beacon is required for ordinating the key and activating its seal of power. You wish to reach the imaginary tree. Correct. The key is not just an observation tool, it activates the Void Queen's powers to create a route to the tree. The instant of eternity, the start of the end, the origin of laws and truth, that is where I want to be. You know what will happen if you do that. We both know what will happen. This is precisely why this negotiation is available to both of us. Give me the beacon, and you shall have everything. Zero opposition, access to resources, and time. Silence. A fathom of less silence engulfed the world. Otto baited the silent thoughts for the serpent's answer. He had made his offer, he only needed to wait for the results. And Otto was no stranger to waiting. He had been waiting for a long time, and he could simply keep on waiting. Otto's gaze was fixated on the silver-haired man. He finally spoke. Any request will come with a price. What do you offer? Very well. A fair proposal. Fairness is the basis of everything. This great partnership needs an equal great offering. I know you care little for human power, wealth, knowledge, technology. Only one thing is worthy in your eyes. You will receive the perfect puppet for controlling Schicksal after I leave. I hereby offer to return the Void Archives to you. Oh God. That's not good. We know they made a deal. Fearless launch, present time. Have some coffee. You haven't rested for a long time. Thank you. May saw her exhausted face reflected on the beverage. She trembled. Her reflection was distorted by the resulting quibbles. She found an conscious Kiana from the ruins of Nicosoa less than an hour ago. Dr. Tesla helped stabilize her conditions, but free harsher courses continued to corrupt her body and mind. Kiana could no longer fight against this. She had less than 2 months to live. I just refuse to believe this. It's just too sudden. I met her in Arc City 3 days ago. She appeared healthy and unhurt. I've caught Hyperion. They're heading this way at full speed. Our Sonia is also looking into this. Believe me, nobody knows Hershers better than Wade. I wanted to move her to somewhere safe, but we found Schicksal's activity in the Far East. We must avoid risks. So the safest thing to do is wait for help to arrive. Dr. Tessa, can I ask you to do something for me? Please don't tell Kiana about her conditions, at least not before we have her final diagnosis. She's a threat who needs our help. If she learns about this, I'm afraid she might leave again. She's always wanted to be the hero. I can't imagine the suffering she endured while drifting alone out there. I understand. I'll do that for you. We should focus on reassuring her and making her feel better. Thank you. She should be almost awake. I head to the medical bay. Wait. Dr. Tesla caught May and gave her a clean towel. What is this? Clean your face first, girl. Try to look good. It's your first reunion after 4 months. May hesitated before entering the medical bay. She found herself unable to take another step. Something froze her feet. Was it hesitation? Panic? No, May knew it was fear. Fear? She still feared facing her. She was surprised that she still felt this way. May took a deep breath, left his inexplicable emotions behind her, and finally took a step forward. The door opened. May. Oh dear. She called to her in the way she had always done. She embraced her along with delight. It's been such a long time, May. Wait, no, we actually just met a few days ago. Kiana, you're awake. I just woke up. This strange place scared me a little, but I knew exactly what had happened when I saw you. I never thought that you would find me again. Kiana lay on the bed, gave May a sweet smile. Then the girl saw a flying orange-colored object that engulfed her vision. Why are you doing this? May, stop throwing things at me. Wait, it's my jacket. Wait, it's my jacket. You careless idiot. Do you know what you've done? Do you know how everyone is so worried about you? Do you know how much we miss you? Why did you hide in Arc City without telling anyone? You could have called us. Wow, new hairstyle. I like it. You look good with anything, man. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm back. Yes, you're back, Kiana. Welcome home. May held Kiana tightly in her arms. The familiar embrace brought back memories. It felt like the warm curl of the morning sun at St. Freya. It felt as though nothing had changed. How are you, Kiana? Do you feel well? Of course not. I had just had a great nap and feel super energetic right now. I'm so happy that you're safe. Dr. Tesla treated your minor injuries. She said you're tired and need some rest. In our Far East page, see an allied with AE stand. Dr. Tesla is one of the leaders. I tell you everything that happened in the last 4 months. That's a lot to take in. Everyone must have changed so much. I wonder what happened to Ponya's shorty pants. She hasn't grown an inch, right? She's still Ponya, we know. The Hyperion is on its way. You meet everyone soon enough. Oh dear, I'm getting nervous. I'm not really prepared for this. Waiting around is just too boring me. I want to head outside and take a walk before the girls arrive. Head outside? Now? But you need rest. You should know that moving around makes me feel better. Laying on bed is turning me into a potato. Plus, getting back to Nagasawa wasn't easy. I really wanted to see the place again before I leave. Fine, but I'll be going with you. That's awesome. I can't even remember the last trip we went on together. I definitely get better with you around. Oh dear, this isn't a school trip, Kiana. May shook her head and sighed, but she was looking a lot more relaxed already. She exited the room with Kiana and left her fear and apprehension behind. Oh, the air is so much better out here. Put on your jacket, Kiana. Oh, you gave it a really good wash. Thanks, May. Don't lose it next time. It suits you. Really? You like it? Then I just keep wearing it. Let's go. It was hard getting to the Tesla to let you out of bed. Let's not waste time. I have a feeling Kiana some lace to some part. Yeah, personality right now. Since it's almost like completely like the old personality. And nothing like the personality and Arc City that she has. So yeah, and it would wonder me if she did knew that something, that the cause or something is, yeah, damaging her body, hurting her body. Since I think every living being, yeah, realizes when gets a signal from their body when it's sick. I would call it sick in this case. And the infection looks more like sickness than anything else. Oh, yeah. They sat on the pavement and looked at the ruined buildings around them. Same thing everywhere. The streets and buildings are now underwater. Hey May, do you remember that time when we were traveling through the city? Yes, I do. And you just couldn't stop talking about food and how you were starving. What? Is that all you could remember? Oh May, you changed. I was just fooling around with you. You fought the zombies and went to the shrine and the bridge, but all these places are now underwater. Konya was with us as well. It felt as though it just happened yesterday. Yeah, the days went by so fast. It's been 3 years already. All of us changed a lot during this time. Really? But I thought nothing has changed. You're still you and I'm still me. See, we're still the same. Kiana stood up and looked at the far side of the city. She gazed at the horizon far beyond the ruined buildings. Let's keep going, May. Keep going? We're already pretty far from the Helios. Yeah, there's a place I really want to check out. I want to head back to Sheep Academy. Yeah, that's pretty far. I don't know how to get there, and the streets are all flooded. Do you know the way to our high school? I remember it being further upstream. I actually did see the school building from afar just yesterday. Oh really? From where? Show me. I know the way, but I'm not sure if it would take us all the way to the campus. I don't think anything is left. I don't care if it's turned into a pile of rubble, I just want to take a look. Please May, just take me there. I know you're the best. Oh dear, bye. Just follow me. Yeah. From how the city looks, I don't think they will reach at this point. Or at least it would very much surprise me if they would reach the academy. Since academies most of the time have very big such academies for rich people, so there would be a lot of campus like feel, which would now be flooded completely. And I don't know what this effect right now almost like when the Herrscher of Void is trying to take over, or when May fought against the dragon. I can't remember his name. When she fought against it, and then there was also this kind of effect. I wanted to go. Oops, this doesn't look good. The way is flooded. I don't see any way across. What should we do, Kiana? Let's give up. There's nothing we can do about this. It's getting late. We should head back. Kiana lowered her head with great disappointment. Kiana, I actually do have a question. Why did you come back to Nagasawa? Well, I don't really know why, but I just felt like coming back and see what happened to it. I was fleeing the battle between the serpent and Schicksal. It was a mess. I just wanna get away from people. And the idea of Nagasawa just popped into my head. Probably think about the past when you're feeling lost. I met you and everyone in Nagasawa. I missed his feelings. May, well, it's alright. What's up, Kiana? She avoided May's gaze. Kiana became more sullen as the air grew still. May understood at once. He knew what Kiana wanted to talk about. It was about her, the one who created the cool rift between them. I can't forget about what happened that day. I saw many cities and people suffering from the Honkai. I tried to run away, but the nightmare never ended. I realized that I can't keep running away. There's something important that I must do. I must face the people. I must face everyone and myself. I'm not Kiana Kaslana or my dad's baby doll. I'm K423, a cloned vessel for the Herrscher of the Void. No. It's alright, May. I'm really alright. Accepting the facts doesn't mean I'm giving up. Instead, it pointed out to the things I must do. I must steer that Void Queen. I use her powers to protect people and repair the damage caused by the Honkai. I've saved people in Ark City and may have missed some as well, but that incident taught me something. My birth may serve bad purpose, but I can still make my life worth living. My life story isn't exactly the best, but I can certainly try to make this world a better place. I've made her that promise. Kiana. Come to think of it, that may be why I came back to Nagusora. It all started here 3 years ago. The battles, friends, and our off to fight for all that is beautiful in the world. That is what I have wanted all along. This is why I'm still running along this path. Just thinking about this made me less afraid. She turned around and gave May a big smile. Sunshine then broke through the clouds. The girl who swore to save her life gave the same smile 3 years ago. You hardly changed at all. Kiana, I don't care about your name or what you are. You're still a friend to me, to all of us. We will always be with you. Thank you, May. I thought about us reuniting so many times. I'm so happy that I got to see you again. Who not being able to reach Shiba Academy is so disappointing. Let's come back and visit Shiba Academy once things settle down and when this is all over. Kiana looked at the water and then traced her past footsteps to the far shore. She then turned around and nodded at me. Alright, that's a promise. Good. We should be heading back. Dr. Tesla might get worried if we're out for too long. Okay, go ahead, May. I still want to take a few more looks at the high school. The water is rising. More Honkai energy is seeping out of the water and soil. Something is wrong about the city. It feels as though something wants to come out. No, I can't trick her into this. Yes, something really is wrong with the city. It feels great being able to talk about all that stuff. I'm getting much better already. Hey, I'll race you home. Don't get ahead of yourself. Your body has yet to fully recover. Oh, fine, whatever. Sounds like a train. But it more seems like it got defeated, died in the last fight. But we hadn't seen it dissolve. And it's still, his eyes still glowed, so it would have survived somehow. I don't know why it would. Oh well. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. For a short second you could see the wing. There it is. The big blue dragon. The now I think that's called. Yeah. And I can already say this stage gave me, and I remember correctly, some problems. This or the next one. Since it made that one of the enemies was stuck and yeah, exactly. And this is what I meant. it somehow pushed itself under the ground, and yeah, which made it that I couldn't finish it, which was why I needed to do it again. So yeah. What will I, like always, skip the dialogue if I we do a stage, and really it wasn't fun, but yeah, things like that can sometimes happen. Nothing you can do about. Probably because I often find the enemies when they are very close to an edge, and then it's more likely if they put up something like this barrier that they get stuck somewhere. Which isn't ideal for, yeah, manageable. As long as it isn't in some extremely big fight, which already goes on like 20 minutes alone. I don't really. This is a 2-minute walk of 2 minutes. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, and interaction box is like always relatively low. Well, it's this Honkai beast. Ah, it's Benaris, Kiana. Get away from it. Wait. Kiana walked gingerly towards Benaris. The dragon gave a weak rumble when it sensed her approach. Is it calling out to me? This dragon feels different compared to the other beasts. Kiana gently touched the dragon's wounds. The infection patterns on her began to glow. Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you. Her touch healed the cracks and wounds. But Norris did not resist. It allowed Kiana to keep touching. Kiana, what are you doing? The dragon is trying to stand despite all the wounds. Just looking at it gave me a strange sense of warmth. The dragon slowly stood up as it bathed in the light. You're looking far better already. The Norris got back to its feet. It gently lowered its head towards the girls and gave no signs of hostility. See, it's not planning to attack us. Is it taking orders from you? I don't know why, but I feel that it may be do dangerous things if we leave it alone. I think an obedient dragon is way better than a wild dragon. Kiana, the dragon is following you. I don't think it wants to leave. Are we taking it back to the Helios? Oh, I haven't thought about that. That redhead science should be okay with this, right? Helios, shortly after. Look, I'm fine with the stray puppies and kitties, but stray Honkai beasts? We took in Cyborg's refuge and now we're getting a huge dragon? What's next? A road servant officer? After welcoming Kiana back to her room, May explained the situation to Dr. Tessa and received her feedback. I'm sorry for troubling you. Whatever, I'm not angry, I'm just a little surprised. Kiana taming the beast is good news, one less problem for us. Let it follow the Helios from now. Anyway, I have something important to tell you. Headquarters reached a conclusion while you were away. You found a cure for Kiana? Dr. Tesla? Follow me. He wishes to talk to you in person. The two entered the meeting room. Tesla closed the door and called the Hyperion. Einstein's face quickly appeared on the screen. Dr. Einstein, is there something you want to tell me? May, I believe Dr. Tesla told you about Kiana's condition. She did. She's not looking good. She doesn't have much time left. Please, Dr. Einstein, tell me how to save her. May, you have the right to be informed. This is why I'll be giving you my unreserved opinion on her case. After much deliberation, we recommend the immediate transfer of Kiana to a secure base at Bethlehem Bay. AE will protect her and contain any potential hazard that may resort. We must minimize the risks. Risks? I don't understand. Please remain calm and listen to me carefully, May. Kiana's conditions are severe. Harsher course are affecting her body. We suspect lingering traces of Sirine's persona. She must be eliminated to halt disease progression. However, no one except for Kiana could interfere with this process. What does that mean? It means we can't do anything to what's happening to her. Dr. Tesla and I had a few ideas: surgical removing of the cause of the Honkai neutralization serum. But we had to abandon this proposal. They will not solve the root cause of her disease. To put it in layman's terms, we're incapable of curing or delaying her conditions. How could this be? Are we just going to sit by and watch her? No, I can't. Please think of something, Dr. Einstein. I'd do anything to give her more time. Please. Is there no other way? I'm sorry, May. Kiana is also fighting the infection. You must have faith in her as we continue our search for treatment. But if the disease progression continues, we must be prepared for the worst. Be prepared for the worst? What do you mean? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. I understand. The silence was suddenly broken by an incoming call. May, someone's looking for you. It's this refuge girl. Do you mind talking to her and see what she needs? True. May left without a word. Daunting silence gained over the room. It's just too cool. Take a few breaths, Tesla. You don't look too good yourself. We still need to talk to Kiana. Yeah. I think that was predictable. The cabin door opened and May stepped out of the Helios. Good afternoon, May. Sora, why are you here? I have a surprising news for you. Sensei will take us away from Nagasawa. She has prepared a new home and we'll be staying there. Everyone's happy and packing their things, but I sneaked out to meet you one last time. How are things with Kiana? Sensei told me you brought her back. Where is she? Oh, well, Kiana's resting right now. She's a little tired. Having heard terrible news about her friend, May could not force herself to respond warmly to the little girl. Sora, however, was sensitive enough to notice. Oh, okay. I'm really sorry. Did I disturb you? Well, please have this time. Oh, a Pusu doll? Yes, I made it myself. I pray to it every day that I can leave Nagasawa and see the outside world. My wish came true, so I hope it can make your wish come true as well. You and Dr. Tess are the only people who are kind to us besides our sensei. I will never forget you. May accepted the Busutral. It was carefully sewn together from wax and had a smiley face drawn onto it. She suddenly felt bad about what she had said to Sora. I guess I'll be going home. Take care, May. Wait, the city is still a dangerous place. Let me take you home. Let's walk together one last time. Yeah. But like I said, I really think that Kiana, at least to some degree, already knows what's happening to her. Since, yeah, throughout, I think often said that she can't lose control and how she was fighting, helping her fight against this Herrscher personality, so Siren, or the part of Siren that fights against, that is trying to get control of the body. I don't think it's a complete part of Siren's personality, since Siren was just a little girl before, or at the beginning. So it would very much surprise me if she was completely evil and only thought about killing everyone, every living thing. At least would surprise me very much. So yeah. And I can already say I had problems with this isolation, with this part of the stage, since really, yeah, I don't really like stealth, so most of the time I just rush in. Yeah, but since I wasn't allowed to get noticed, I had quite some problems, especially with this thing. At least in this first part, not, but second part, there is a similar thing. Then later, we survive. Go on, don't keep your friends waiting. The little girl nodded and ran off, but she suddenly turned around to look at her. What is it? I don't know. I think something is troubling you, May. I know you found Kiana, but why do you look so sad? Did you two have a fight? No, we just ran into some problems. Don't worry, I can handle it. Okay, that's good. I just thought of something. If Kiana is upset, just make some curry for her. Everyone feels happy after eating your curry. Just give Kiana some of your curry and she'd be happy too. Thank you, I'll try to do that. Sora, what are you doing here? A door opened, someone walked out. Go on and join the others, we'll be leaving soon. Thank you. The little girl waved goodbye to May and disappeared into the shelters. She really likes you. She kept chirping about saying goodbye to you and sneaked out when I wasn't looking. Where are you sending the children? You should stop viewing us with suspicion. I'm sending them to somewhere safe. I always wanted to do that, and I have finally earned the chance, thanks to you, I must add. They used to be afraid of everything, the outside world, other people and strange places. But you changed their minds. You've taught the children that kind strangers actually do exist. You managed to fill the hole that the Herrscher left in their hearts. I pray they never have to learn the truth. Let's talk about your depressed look instead. I suppose you finally learned the truth of Kiana's conditions? See, I wasn't lying. He will try to find ways to treat her, but none of them will work. Tell me, what did they come up with? Ideals, hopes, or friendship? Shut up. Apologies, I'm not here to gloat, nor am I trying to pick up a fight. I just feel compelled to tell you something that you might want to hear. She leaned forward and whispered into her ears. Maiden May, the word serpent is interested in working with you. You want to save the girl. Fixite can't do it. EA can't do it either. But the word serpent can. What? If you're interested, come back here 2 hours later, alone. I have a few private matters to tend to. Take care. Wait, tell me. Don't just stop here. The metal door slammed shut and May was locked outside. Keep this between you and me. No one else can know. The seer of the world serpent will be here, waiting for you. The shelters a short while later. Nora, are you done packing your things? Yes, I'm done. I'm ready to go. But, Sensei, are you really not leaving with us? I must take care of something first. Don't worry, I catch up soon enough. You're my best little girl, Sora. You must lead the others when I'm not around. Seeing her disappointment, Brave gave her a hug and ruffled her hair. Cheer up, Sora. I thought you wanted to see the outside world. Your new home is bigger and there are plenty of things to play with. It won't be like Nagasora. Look forward to it. Okay, I enjoyed the trip. Raven saw the last ship, boarded the shuttle and waved at the departing ship. She lowered her hand. After the ship disappeared into the horizon, she turned around and looked at her empty host. It was the closest thing to home just a few minutes ago. After they left, it became another pile of scraps. Emotions swelled within her. She kept them down, organized her thoughts, and stared into the distance. The girl will come. She was sure about that. Yeah. I think you can be pretty sure about that. Since May already said she would do anything to save her. And I don't think she picked up. Medical paid the Helios. Well met, Kiana. May probably told you about us, but we should still introduce ourselves. I am Frederick Nikola Tesla, and this one here is Isabel Albert Einstein. We are members of Anti-Entropy and allies to the Far East branch. Yeah, I know. May told me what had happened in the last 4 months. Wait, where's May? Isn't she here with you? She's tending to other matters and won't be back for a while. Then I wouldn't hold anything back. Kiana sighed and seemed to have transformed herself into another person. My conditions look bad, right? You don't have to lie to me. It's my body. I think I pretty much know what's going on. It was numbness at first, then I stopped feeling pain altogether. Strange wounds kept appearing all over me. Kiana, the Hyperion is rushing over to Nagasora. We will move you to a secure base. It will do whatever it can to protect you and give you more time. I know, I trust you. But there's something I must do before I leave. What is it? Nagasora, it's facing a grave danger. Kiana Kusun. I felt something when I first arrived. There's too much Honkai in the water, and the Honkai beasts are too active. 2 days passed, but the water kept rising and there are even more beasts. Something big is bound to happen. Dr. Tesla recorded similar observations in her report. Yes, field scans revealed that various Honkai-related phenomena have intensified in the last 2 days. The third Honkai eruption created a large Honkai reservoir here, but the current situation is getting worse. I first thought it was influenced by the Herrscher of the Void, but that's obviously not the case. It isn't me. Something else is changing things in Nagasura. Honkai energy levels are so high that this place might blow at any minute. We must do something about this. You're right. NEA task force is ready to take action. This may be Schicksal's territory, but we will not sit idly by. Doctors, I think I have a way to stop this disaster. I can absorb the Honkai energy from the city and use my void powers. Hey, do you have any idea what you're talking about? Out of the question, Kiana. You should avoid using your Herrscher powers. I will handle the Nagasura problem. Please have faith in us. I think you misunderstood what I was trying to say, Dr. Einstein. I do hope everything will work out. I know everyone wants to solve this crisis. Bob, and I'm just saying, if things go out of control, I hope you let me do what I can. This discussion ends here. I will seize the situation and decide after the Hyperion arrives. Is there anything else you would like to know? I have one last request. Let's hear it. I completely comply with your containment and treatment methods. I know I'm a bomb, so I should be kept away. So I hope that you keep my friends in the Far East branch away from me as well. I don't want them to get too close to me. Not until my Herrscher problem is solved. You know, they do anything to stay by your side. I know. That's why I'm asking you for help. I can't put them in danger again. She turned her gaze to an empty corner. I was shocked when I met Mei in Arc City. She changed so much. She looked so exhausted. She pretends that everything is fine, but I know. She found a home and friends at St. Freya, and recovered the things that she desired but lost. She almost escaped from my path, but I destroyed it all. The nightmares just kept coming back in these cold dark nights. I saw her chest ripped apart slowly as I seized the gem and left her lifeless body in a pool of blood. It's not your fault. The Herrscher of the Void did all that. The girls never blamed you for anything. I know. That's why it felt even worse. They chose to trust me, treat me as a friend, and are still waiting for me despite what had happened. If I turn into that monster again, they won't leave me alone. They do anything to save me. And if that does happen, I might end up killing those who care for me. I won't let that happen again. Yeah, I think it's hard for both of them. What is the Honkai? Otto spent many years searching for an answer to this question. The search spanned 5 centuries, 2 eras. He knew more about the Honkai than the other 7 billion lives on Earth. The more he knew, the less he understood. Otto finally realized that he knew nothing about the Honkai. Where did it come from? Where does it want to go? What drives it? To what end? Why was it created? How would it end? How does it grow? Why did it stop? Why does it erupt? Why is it silent? Does it have a persona, a gestalt, or is it simply a law set at the very beginning of existence? Otto was inundated with questions that pushed him into the towering abyss of the unknown. He desired to push forward, yet he found no path. He wanted to search, yet he did not know where to go. He searched, his confusion grew. He failed and he lost his way. In his frustration, he tried many experiments. The pain of the skull chain plagued him. Over 500 years had passed. The hypotheses he tested and rejected were beyond counting. Answers were transformed, adjusted, combined, and taken apart. The cycle was repeated, the technique made broken. But after enough cycles, an image began to appear in the abstract sea. Let us now imagine a tree, the imaginary tree. A massive tree whose crown cannot be seen, whose canopy of branches and leaves blowed out of the sky. The tree emerged from an endless sea of unfathomable depths and boundaries. The tree and the sea, at sea are alone in the universe. This began their never-ending rivalry. The sea swells while the tree expands its roots. One seeks to flood, the other seeks to absorb. The tree has drunk from the sea and endured all its scourge of time, in corn and knowing the entire of creatures and leaves. And it was during this seemingly endless time that an unassuming branch grew a new bud. This was the birth of human civilization. Otto achieved his eureka when he finally learned of the imaginary tree. Chaos gave way to order. He sought a path meandering through the darkness. He ran along this path. Every step he took brought him closer to the light. Soon he was at the very edge of science itself. Various attempts to acquire knowledge stopped here, but he must keep going and enter the yawning abyss. Imagine it, the imaginary is as the origin of human race and the seed of civilization. Time blows in the trunk of the imaginary tree and branches out in an infinity of worlds. Every branch is a form of civilization. Every bud is the past and present attached onto the dimension of time. What growth is counted by a force, a selective algorithmic system in the tree's rivalry against the sea. A natural system based upon the imaginary mechanics. It creates measures, tests, and removes. This is what humanity describes as the Honkai. Indeed, humanity will never escape the Honkai. We must press forward because the tree must grow. This will fail, become with the shadows in the sea of Granda. To achieve everlasting peace, we must reach the origin of civilization and return to the imaginary worlds. The answer I seek must lie within the imaginary tree. Otto finally found a way to the truth after having endured 559 winters. He explored the Sea of Granda, ether anchors, and imaginary constructs. He also found the divine key. He experienced uncountable failures, obstacles, difficulties, and impossibilities. Otto did not care for the impossible. He decided that it must be made possible. Otto Apocalypse must enter the domain of God. Otto Apocalypse must ascend the imaginary tree. I'm glad that our negations have arrived at the most desirable conclusions. Let us proceed with the transfer of the beacon. Do you have any requests for the time and place? I leave that to you. Let me think. I don't like the wait. I hope to ascend its value at once. Firing the second key requires vast amount of Honkai energy. That's a perfect place, the Far East city of Nakazora. The site of the third Honkai eruption. Yes, that event 3 years ago left a singularity linked to the tree even though the Tersha is asleep. And that singularity still leaks Honkai. The leak has grown thanks to the great eruption. What a coincidence. The second key should be moved to Nagasawa after 3 days of our first test with the beacon. The white-haired man left without a word. Gordon's hair grew dim and dissolved with every step he took. Oh, leaving already? How disappointing. I was hoping to raise a glass with you to celebrate this. Kevin Kasana, I believe that this meeting has far-reaching consequences to you, to me, and to the entire world. All hate all lines of Schicksal in the world softened. Yeah. Not good. Hiro is present. Hey, you're back. Yeah, I just returned. I took some time to walk over home since the city is a dangerous place. Is Kiana still in the medical bay? Yes, we just finished another round of checks. The situation hasn't changed. We should let her rest. Taipian will be here soon. We believe in this place. Kiana hasn't eaten anything since she woke. She must be hungry. I had to catch them. Wait, May. What is it? More Bedwell isn't great with words. Her factual talk is good for research, but it can be mean as well. Just don't get too worked up about what she said. It's fine, Dr. Telsa. I'm alright. I've been working with EA for 4 months. I know you both excellent scientists. I trust your judgment. I'm glad that you're willing to tell me the truth. I know that you're feeling terrible, but we do our best and find a way. Thank you. May, you're back. You must be hungry. Made something for you. Wow, it's May's special curry. Eat this first. Tell me if you want anything else. I'll make it for you. Kiana sat up and ate as fast as she could. Oh, nim nim nim. It's great. This is the best meal ever. Slow down and try not to choke, Kiana. That's definitely nothing. That's definitely not for you. She finished the curry in an instant. I'm stuffed. I guess this 4 months didn't change her appetite or table manners. Gosh, tell me about it. I didn't have a decent meal for months. That means I missed all this wonderful and nostalgic flavors. The freshness and perfect spiciness of this curry. Ooh, you're the best cook ever, May. I'm glad you liked it. I was worried that it was too spicy. No, of course not. The heat is just perfect. It got me sweating and feeling good. I like it. Have some water. Try not to choke. He emptied the glass and laid down on her bed, looking satisfied. The Hyperion will take you to an EA base. Listen to the professor and follow their advice. They could be it. Okay, I got that. Don't worry, May. I'll be fine. Yes, Kiana, you'll be fine. You will be just fine. I go do the dishes. Just lay down and rest. Alrighty. Water flowed across May's fingertips and disappeared into the drain with a soft weeping sound. While placing the dried plates on the shelf, she accidentally knocked down a wooden bowl. Several things fell. They were the sweet peppers used for making the curry. She had only had a few minutes before the two promised her. May left the kitchen. The corridor was dark except for the medical bay that flickered in the distance. You lie like an idiot. She turned around and walked towards the darkness. Sweet pepper's curry isn't spicy at all. Yeah. Of course, if she can't feel any pain and something like that, since a while ago, it would be surprising if she tastes something at all anymore. And since she is an Herrscher, I don't even know if she needs They have a human body part. Wouldn't surprise me. Since they already break a lot of physics, like space and everything, that they also don't need any food. But yeah, I don't know. Meeting place.
渡りガラスの行った場所はここよね。誰もいない。クーちゃんたちは
This with the
もう
city
出
looks
発
as
したの
well.
かしら。
Good. You're here.
来たんだな。
The voice came from above. May looked up and saw Raven perched lazily on the roof. She then landed softly on the ground. 2 hours. Just right. I like you. You're punctual.
ちょうど2時間。
And I came alone as agreed.
一人で来ました。
You seem ready. Come follow me.
聞くまでもなく、もう
Raven
覚
opened the
悟は。
gates of the walls and led May into the shelters. This place changed
子
after
供
the
たちがい
children
なくなっ
left.
たら、ここは一気に寂しく
It's
な
no
った。
different than the ruins around us, quiet, desolated,
静かで
lifeless.
荒涼としていて。
What will happen to
彼
them?
女たちはこれからどうなるんですか？
They get treatment at a safe environment with controlled ambient Honkai levels at a lot more space, significantly improvement both physically and mentally when compared to the worst. The treatment will give them functional stigmata. The children can then leave their past behind and start a new life. Leave? What the words on let them leave?
そう簡単に彼女たちを手放すと思
I
いま
don't
すか？
think your friends will let everyone with fully functional stigmata go. They're too
あなたの
precious.
仲間がやすやすと手放すとは思
They
いませ
will.
んが。
The seer gave his word. It is the
孫子
payment
の
he
命令だ
promised
から
me.
な。彼が約束してくれた報
Payment?
酬だ。報酬？
Raven smiled and said nothing more. They meowed down the lands and arrived before Matador. Here we are.
ここだ。
The seer is behind his door. He will meet you alone.
二人で話したいそうだ。
Open it.
扉を開けてください。
You astonish me, girl.
驚いた
When
な
we first met, I thought you were
初め
just
て
an
会った
innocent
時、
little child.
お前はただの無邪気で純粋ないい子ちゃん
A
かと
few
思った
days passed and you
ここ
looked
数
different.
日で
You completed your metamorphosis far more quickly than I thought.
この短期間でお前は変わ
I
ったよ。
hope you find the
お前
answers
の
you
欲し
seek.
かった
Go
答
ahead,
えが
girl.
手に入る
And
こ
good
とを
luck.
祈っているよ。
The metal door opened slowly. May stepped through and entered the dark place. Footsteps approached her in the darkness.
あなたは
Yeah. This is going to be an interesting talk. Oh, are
あ
you?
なたは
The air turned cold with his arrival. May felt as Fushi walked into a freezer world. A great oppressive weight weighed within her and kept her rooted at her place. Kevin Kaslana, the leader of the road servant. His voice was calm and displayed any feelings of passion. She looked into his eyes, both were devoted of anything, except for a hint of sadness, a sadness that never healed and would never heal. Kaslana?
かすらの
Maiden May, you wish to save a girl. Neither Schicksal nor EA can help you. But the world serpent can. You have my word. What do you want in
条件
return?
は何ですか？
You. His voice was calm and his words were few, yet they felt like an inward commandment sympathetically thrown. May found herself in a position where she brought the full pawn of his words. Tell me exactly
具
how
体
you
的
would
な
save
方
her.
法を知りたいです。
I'd do anything you
それ
want,
ができ
but
れば
only if you really succeed.
私は何でもします。
Kiana is dying. The core infection is stronger than she could bear. The other cores must be removed if she hopes to survive. There's only one way. I will help you become the Herrscher of Thunder again. What?
なんですって。
You were chosen, a channeling to the imaginary tree will forever remain within you. Absorb the vision energy from the third Honkai, and you will wake again to reclaim the power of thunder from Kiana. You will gain a new Herrscher core. The gem of conquest in Kiana will dissolve, the conditions will then improve. This code was struck May with every word. She recalled the strange things she had witnessed. Dr. Tesla's diagnosis, the sudden episode of dizziness, and Raven suddenly changed in attitude. She understood everything at once. I can save Kiana by becoming a Herrscher. Correct. Then there's nothing for me to worry about. Kiana pulled me out of the darkness 3 years ago. She made me who I am. I gladly do it to save her life. But if I were to be controlled by the Honkai, I want you to. That will not happen. You should think what happens after you become a Herrscher. You can save Kiana this time, but she will throw herself into the again. She will use her world powers to save the world and the people around her. So long as the Honkai and Herrschers exist, she will rise up to fight them. And she will keep fighting till she dies. I have seen many like her. Despite death and terror, they were armed with a belief that compels them to the path. And all of them left forever sleeping in the fields. His words were razor eyes that cut at her heart. She wanted to disagree but failed to find a counter-argument, for she knew he spoke the truth. No sacrifices she makes could change the inevitable. No, I won't let that happen. Never. You can't stop her, you know it, that is why you are here. But you have a choice. You can join the serpent. What? More Herrschers will appear soon. Humanity's war against the Honkai is escalating. Follow the serpent, purge the Honkai, capture the Herrschers, seal their powers, and stop the Void Queen. Kiana is only safe when you are not with her. Once Project Stigma succeeds, both of you shall be human once again. With a great explosion, a beam of light shot through the sky and shattered it into a million of fragments. What just happened? The time has come. The gate is open, the imaginary tree shall manifest itself in the city. Human Honkai will see out of the earth, absorb it, be the Herrscher of Thunder once more to save her. But there is only one way for you to keep her away from harm. You will have time to think about this and decide if you want to trust me and the world servant. Kiana's fate is in your hands, Raiden May. I do not need to convince you. This is something you know far better than anyone else. Her belief can save the world except for herself. Yeah. As hard as this sounds, I think he's completely right. But I always have the feeling it's not a good idea. It doesn't matter if May is around or not. When May isn't around, then Kiana uses her powers to find May somehow. Even if May would start to reject her. So I think this is an event that will happen no matter what. No matter if the Honkai exists, if the Honkai doesn't exist. Whatever happens, I think for Kiana, the life of everyone around her is far more important than her own life. So yeah. A sudden gust of wind tore through the cracks. She lost her balance as the tower shook violently. She raised her head. The seawater that flooded the city was receding. The water, it's receding. No, something isn't right. The roost is rising. The buildings are being dragged towards the sky. There were rumblings at a distance, followed by explosions and thunderous echoes of collapsing buildings. An endless white light then engulfed everything before her. This looks epic. Hyperion, somewhere above the Pacific Ocean, several minutes ago. We are on course and 30 kilometers away from that destination coordinates. No hostiles detected. What about the Schicksal units that our listing was? They landed on the western coast of the Far East Islands, but they remained at their positions. Schicksal may have detected the anomalies in Nagasura and deployed vagaries in nearby cities. AE will live forces are in position. If the eruption occurs, they will move in and contain the resulting damage. We must do whatever we can to keep Kiana from using her void powers. I'm still worried. This is just too quiet. It reminds me of that uneasy silence during the Battle of Schicksal. A violent shudder cuts Teresa's sentence short. What just happened? Report. We detected an anomalous Honkai spike in Nagasura. Multiple units coming in at 320 gigs per hour. We are acquiring missions. Enemy tech from Schicksal? Negative. They're quantum shadows. The Hyperion is under attack by quantum shadows. Our power has been hit. Several hills point defense to obstruct circuit. Did you say quantum shadows here? Crosses. Have Ponya split her forces to defend the bridge in the main enrichment room. I'll sweep the enemies off our deck. Yeah. I don't... it was never the plan that the from Schicksal, it was never the plan to save Nagasura. The only plan was to somehow bring the imaginary tree onto the planet. I don't know what use that would have. Shouldn't the plan be to find a way to go to the realm of the imaginary tree and not to bring the tree to the real world? What do I know? It seems strange. But yeah. They were strange from the beginning, so not really something new. And I still extremely hate this stupid, I don't know what this thing's called. Not quantum shadows. It says what this script, whatever thing that is. Yeah, that beam of light, it came from Nagasura. Madame Teresa, we have another incoming wave of enemies. What's happening, Dr. Einstein? Look at that tsunami. The city is getting hit by storms and giant waves. Why are we seeing quantum shadows in the Far East? What's going on in Nagasura? I see massive Honkai separate the city. Energy is flowing towards that light beam. It's not the Sea of Quanta. I'm afraid we're dealing with a major disaster, Madam
これは
Teresa.
厄介なことになったかもしれないよ。
Yeah, not only a major disaster. From what it seems like the end of the world. I remember it
覚
very
えて
well.
いるわ。
I walked to the window and gazed upon the stars that night.
たまたま窓辺から星空を眺めていた
It
私は
was strange. I felt that it wasn't
私が
looking at
星
the
空を見
stars.
ているんじゃなく
It was the other way
星
around. The
空が
stars are looking down at
私を
us.
見下ろしている
When compared to the universe, I'm small. Humanity is small. Everything felt so small and
人類がこんなにも
insignificant.
小さいと
That's when I suddenly came up with an
私
idea.
はある考えに至った
I now believe that
この
every
空
star
に
in
あ
the
る
sky
全
is
て
an
の星
enemy.
が私たちの敵だって
Every star in the
全ての星
sky
は
is an enemy?
僕たちの敵？
Correct.
ええその通りよ
Remember that picture in the
物理の教科
physics
書に
textbook?
宇
A
宙
photo
探
of
査機が
Earth taken
64
by
億キロ
Apollo
も先から地
for
球を撮った写真があるでしょ
6.6 billion kilometers?
あ
Oh yeah, I do.
覚えて
There
る。
was like nothing in
あの
that
写真
picture. It
何
took
も
me
ない
a
よう
while
に
to
見えるけ
find
ど、よ
a
く探すと
pale blue
青く
dot.
て小さな点
That's
があるんだ
Earth,
よ。
そう
the
それが地球よ
4.6 billion years old planet that we grew up on. Just a pale blue dot in the
46億
universe.
年も存在する
Humanity's history, billions of people, our knowledge, and our culture, they're just so insignificant. That gives rise to a question. What is the exact worth of an individual in this vast expanse of space?
一人の人間
What's so funny?
何を笑ってる
Well,
んだ
nothing. I just find this quite
とても
refreshing.
新鮮だったからさ。
When I dated other people, we talked about stars by discussing horoscopes, blood types, and stuff like that.
いつも星座や血液型の話になるん
You're
だけ
the
ど、
only one
星空
who
か
would
ら
talk
宇
about
宙
the
や人類の
universe and
話をしてくる
humanity.
女の子は君が初めてだ。
I guess I want to say that you're special,
君は特別
unique.
他の人とは違うって言
Do
うんだ。
keep going. I'm actually interested in that topic and would like to learn more.
その続きが聞きたい
I'm
な。
done talking about my views. I also asked a question. Now I'm waiting for my answer. Alright, let me think about it.
そうだったね。
So it's just as you said, the universe is huge, but the Earth is small.
それに比べると地球はあまりにも小
And
さい。
when compared to outer space, I
こ
guess
の
the
星
things
空にとっ
we
て
care about don't really matter.
それと僕たちの大事な全ては
Exactly.
確かに
Jeez, that's a lot to
重い
take
結
in.
論になってしまった。
Nevertheless, you, me, and everyone on this planet is trying to live their lives in a meaningful
この
way.
世界で生きている人々
We
に
live, we
私
exist,
たちは
we
生
make
きている
choices, we seize opportunities and enjoy
人生
certain
の選
moments.
択をして今という
Humanity
一生
itself
ま
is
た人類に
meaningless,
意味
but
は
we
ないけ
gave
ど
ourselves
私た
meaning.
ちは私た
Now
ち
you sound like
今
a
の君は
philosopher.
哲学者に見えるよ。
Science and philosophy do overlap in discussions regarding the nature of the universe.
もともと相通ずるところがあるわ
I'm curious about
それよ
something.
り気になることがあるんだけど
What is it?
どうしたの？
You look like a person who would be
こう
uninterested
い
in
う
such
話に興
topics.
味がある
I'm
人に
surprised
見え
that you're actually listening.
でも私の話を最後まで聞いてくれた
Do you think there's any
この
worth
会話に
to our
価値があると思う
conversation? And please give me an
正直に
honest
話してほしい
answer. Any worth to our decision? I don't really know.
僕もわからないかな。
And honestly, I think I only understood half of the
僕は
things you
その
said.
半分以下しか理解できでも
I really like how serious you look when you're talking about this. That's why I hope I can keep listening to you.
僕は聞きたいと思ったんだ。
That's it? Is that the only reason? Yeah.
Ah.
Why?
どうして
I don't know. Wait, it's more like I want
と
to
いうよ
know.
り、僕も知り
I
たい。
want to learn from
君を
you
見習っ
and
て
try to think about
こ
these
の質問の
questions
答
you
えをちゃん
asked.
と考えてみるよ。
Hey, you're finally
やっと
smiling.
笑ってくれ
You
た。
look good when you smile.
その笑顔、とても素
I'm
敵で。
going to move
私の
this
夏
summer for instance
私
with
はムー
several
大陸に行って
leading
学
physics
術講
and
演会に
scholars.
参
I
加する
hope to get a
彼
chance
ら
to
と交流
discuss
して
my views with them.
私の考えについて話してみたいと思
You
う
may think I'm full of myself, but I want to
傲
meet
慢に
people
聞こえるかも
who
しれな
can
いけ
change the
ど
world. I want to be
世界
one
を
of them.
変えられる人たちと知り合い
I
たい
want to see how far I could go in this universe.
自分がどれほど歩けるか見てみたい
Great. I believe you
頑張れ。
eventually achieve everything you
いつか
said
君は
today.
今日言ったことをすべて実現させる
How
と。
about you?
あなたは
Ever thought about your own future, Kevin?
将来の計画とか
No,
ないの
never thought about it.
全くないよ。
I don't really have a goal in mind. Changing the world is just way too big for me.
世界を変えるとか、
I only want to enjoy every moment, be nice with my friends, and lead a happy, carefree life. What about the future?
将来のことを
Don't
考
you
え
ever
てる
think about it? No, it has never occurred to me. The world is a large place. I find something to do. I don't want to get too focused about the future. I might end up missing the people around me. Plus, I'm just a high school student. Live free, live happy. That's how I would live my life. Oh dear, how immature. I do hope your wishes would come true.
その願い
Yeah, I hope our wishes come true. Would come true. Alright, would you mind if I go tomorrow with you this summer?
今年の夏僕も一緒にムー大陸に行くよ
He opened his eyes. The city had become one with the light. The light pulsed like blood in the veins. The infinite and starry expanse lies on the other's end. Life perishes and it is created in each and every beam of in every instance. Everything individual, the people they met, the people they love. Memories, sacrifices, promises made and broken, victories, defeats, every existence and death. The entire history of the human race, the summation of human legacy, every piece of evidence that points to the very essence of human dignity is nothing but a lonely leaf caught within this light. Yeah. How much he changed in such a short amount of time. Or, if you say it's a short amount. His ears echoed with the sound of beans dancing on a drum. The biting coldness even numbed her mind. Another persona had begun to take form. It's raining. The downpour crept closer. It grew in intensity and became the peal of a thunderstorm. What happened? She tried to open her hazy eyes. There was nothing but chaos. What happened?
どういうこ
The
と
dim flashes of light seemed like puppet strings tugging at the ruined city. What happened to
何があ
Nakasura?
ったの
Where's the world so happened?
どうしてチョーク石がこんな風に
Kiana, the Helios is in
ヘリオ
danger.
スちゃんヘリオス号が危ない
Pieces of broken memories flashed past her mind, yet she failed to recreate current picture. She started running, yet she did not know where to go.
漁師の影がまた
I find it interesting that this May
ますます凶暴になって
or that Kevin was together with. Oh, at least it seems like it. They were dating. That he looks exactly like Wait May, like May. that he can play in this game. And that Kiana in the forest part is Kaslana, so like Kevin. And from what it seems like, May and Kiana are have also, I would say, quite some intimate, very close relationship, exactly like Kevin and the May from the previous era. So yeah, interesting. It almost seems like history is repeating itself in this part. Quantum character would be much more fun to use than May.
キアナちゃん
Yeah, they did manage to stop that. They managed to stop the problem. Exactly what Kiana said here. Do something. Hearing winds tore the rest of the monsters apart. The dragon landed next to Kiana and waited for her. Kiana, why are you
キア
here?
ナちゃんどうしてこ
You're wounded. You can't just leave Hell.
どうして勝手にヘリオスから出
You're
た
the
の
one who shouldn't have
こっ
left.
ちのセリフだよ
You went missing and nobody could find you. Do you know how
メイ
worried
先
I
輩が
am?
急にいなくなって
Let's not talk about that. The enemy might attack
そ
again.
れよ
You
り
should head back and
いつ
join the
敵が
vessel.
現れるかわからないからメイ
Go
先輩
back?
は
What
早く
about you?
キアナちゃんはどう
I
する
need to take care of
やる
this.
ことがあるから
Kiana looked at the glowing pillar in the distance that stirred the circle of light in the sky. I've seen
あ
that
の
pillar
光の
before.
柱
I can use my void
空
powers
の
to see it
力
that
者の
hole in
力
the
を使
sky
えば
and end the storm.
空にある穴を閉じて
What? No, no. You haven't even recovered. You shouldn't even be
傷はまだ治
fighting.
ってないし
I can't let this thing get any bigger, May.
放っておくわけにはいかない
More
よ
monsters are coming. The Honkai is rising. This disaster will soon spread to other places.
この災害はすぐに他
I
の場
must
所に
end
蔓延
this.
するそれを止めないと
Stop being so stubborn. Don't you know what's happening to
自
you?
分の状況をまだ分かってない
If you
の
do this, your
そんな
body
危険
will.
なことをしたらキアナちゃんの
I
体は
don't care.
それはいいの
Kiana,
キアナちゃん
I know everything,
メ
May.
イ先輩
I know what's happening to me and my body.
体のことも
No. To be honest, I was quite scared. I trembled at the thought of death,
怖いよ
but I refused to run away from danger.
怖いからって逃げるわけにはいかない
I do what I can and take responsibility for
私の
this.
できることをして
This is the only way I can seek atonement for the
私
people
の
I've
せいで
hurt
傷ついた人や
and for Miss
姫
Himiko.
子先生に合わせる顔が
She
ない
turned
の
around and smiled in the way she had always done. It's alright, May.
メイ
I'm
先
pretty
輩
upper.
心配しないで
Just wait for me.
安心して待ってて
Kiana, no. The wind howled, raindrops splattered on her face. Kiana rode the dragon and flew straight to the circle of light. May shouted after her, but her voice was drowned by the storm of rain and flashes. She knew she might never see or touch her friend again. Yeah. Hold on, I won't let you die.
絶対に死なせない
What are you doing?
何してるの
Isn't it obvious? I'm trying to save you.
あんたを助けてるんだよ
Quick, give me your other hand.
もう片方の手にも捕まって
No, let me go while I'm still in control of myself.
私の理性がまだある
Just do what I say.
早く言う通りにして
I pull you up first and we talk about it
ここを
later.
登ってから話そう
Huh? Look, it was so hard getting you back to normal, so I won't leave you alone like
なん
this.
てできないでしょ
I'd be angry with myself forever if you get yourself killed.
一生後悔する
Hmm? Let's get going if you understand what I'm
早
saying.
く登って
That disaster was when we first met.
私はあなたとで
She was the first true friend I've made in my life.
初めて他の誰かと
The
交わり
sense of cold and loneliness left me on that very day.
徐々に消えていっ
I don't know how, but I was no longer afraid of the
た
dark
私はもう暗闇を恐れなくなった
because I knew there will always be a beam of light
光
waiting
が
for
ずっ
me.
とあることを私は知っているから
Kiana, come back!
早く戻って
She collapsed to the ground as pain bit into her body like twisted thorns. She lifted her head and gazed at the sky. The dragon and its master flew into the storm. A horde of quantum shadows flocked towards it. Bursts of golden light exploded with every battle. May knew that every attack took a deadly toll on Kiana's life. No, please, stop fighting.
お願いもう戦
She knew she could not be hurt. She knew the correct choice was to give up this hopeless intent to save her. But she could not control her own body. She could not stop running. She could not stop thinking about her. She could not stop chasing after the light that lit her way into the dark. The rain splattered in the droplets just as her memories shattered into fragments. Yeah. This isn't going to end well. Yeah. But I really like the design of small Kiana. Kiana, Kiana from 2 years ago. I'm really a fan of the first attitude of Kiana. The hairstyle of the herrscher of finality, for example, I don't really like that too much.
キアナちゃん早く戻って
Yeah, this funny space again. This kind of memory space or whatever this is. And now we are at the first chapter. Again. But yeah. It's really sad to see this kind of carefree point
今の私
of
は
time again.
まだあなたに力を与えられてるの
Since it escalated way too quickly. When I first heard of this game, I thought, yeah, it is a bit extreme. It has a quite deep story, but I really didn't expect it to escalate this extremely. Since I played Genshin Impact before, and I knew that Honkai Impact had a deeper story, but not such a deep story in comparison to Genshin Impact, so I would say Genshin Impact really, you could almost say, doesn't have a
私は
real deep
ずっと
story.
甘く考えて何も変わらないと
If you played Honkai
け
Impact
ど
once,
ずっと私のそばにいたあなたは私の触れられない場所に飛んで
every
いた
character gets such an intense and deep story, character building in Genshin Impact. The Traveler still looks and acts like the one, same as before. Yay, the fight against the Herrscher Kiana, or the Herrscher Void. Yeah. It's almost like the fight with Himiko against Siren, yeah, the Herrscher of Void.
私が弱すぎたから
Hard
私があなたに今の押し付けた
to see this whole thing. I can understand both points. Kiana's point and May's point. You haven't changed at all. You're still that girl who would be a stranger in
知
need.
らない人に笑って手を差し伸べる女の子
Despite the injustice you
不
endured
公平
in
なこ
this
とをたくさん
imperfect
経
world,
験しても
despite the tragedies that can no longer
挽
be
回できな
mended,
い悲劇があると分かっても
you remain as
あなたは
steadfast as
昔の
ever.
ように
You will keep fighting for your friends and other
他
people
人のため
and
に
for the beautiful
あな
world
た
you
が信
believe
じた美
in.
しいもののために
You
戦
will
う
become a
キア
hero,
ナちゃん
Kiana. That's what the world
きっとあな
wants.
たはヒーロー
But
になれるよでも
Perhaps it was
間
all
違
my
えてい
fault,
たのは
Kiana.
私キアナちゃん
We can no longer return to our past.
昔みたいに戻れない
Kiana Yeah, that doesn't look good. Falling from the sky. Oh.
メネレス、何があったの？キアナちゃんはどこなの？
Oh, and only the dragon. That episode.
何これ？
This thing looks interesting.
空間に変化が。ここ。
And is fucking strong. And now we are in doing it of this. Oh. Whatever this thing is called. From the looks of it. Yeah. This thing is some kind of imaginary monster enemy. I don't think it's a mod at least. Which can control time or something like that, from what it seems like. At least in its attacks it has a clock pattern, so it's off most of the time associated with time control. It got easier, but not as easy as I would like it. But, oh well. At least I managed to destroy it somehow. Yeah, and I don't know what it's doing now. Regenerating its health. I somehow have a feeling I can win this. I am not have the possibility to even win this fight. And what we won was one last time I need to destroy this. Yes. And it's almost perfect. It's perfect again. That's just me. Didn't disappear. So I don't think it's dead or destroyed. It doesn't seem like something. Doesn't seem like a thinking. Yeah. Annoying enemy. There was darkness. Darkness as far as eyes could see. There was nothing. There was no sound. There was no smell. She could feel her weightless body floating in the darkness. She remembered this experience. A world died around her on that day 3 years ago. She heard weeping and wailing in the darkness. Refuge said nothing. Bodies fell. Finally, there was nothing left except for silence. She felt herself falling through that silent world. It's been a while, you emotional wreck.
泣き虫
A beam of light appeared along with a familiar voice. Purple huzzes took over the darkness, and rich steam swept around her and pulled her towards the light. You've
お
changed
前はい
a
ろいろ
lot.
変わった
The voice of an untouchable realm whispered in her ears. It was a cold and dangerous voice, yet it was also familiar and was something that she longed for. This is the first
お
time
前
you've
が私
approached
の
me
前
on
に来る
your
の
own.
はこれが初めてだ
Are you no
も
longer
う怖
afraid?
くないのか
Afraid? Strange, I no longer felt any fear. There was no sense of angst, guilt, sorrow, or pain. I felt nothing. There was nothing except for some serenity. Keep going
こ
on,
れ以上
and you
前
fall
に
into
進む
deeper
さ
abyss.
らなる地獄に落ちる
It doesn't matter. I take your place instead. You will leave everything behind. You will lose your friends and your family.
仲間や家族
It
と
doesn't
離
matter.
れ
I've always been alone. Mistrust and
お前は
suspicion will
疑わ
haunt
れ
you. You will be
非難
further
され
down this lonely path.
孤独の道を歩い
It
てい
doesn't matter. It is a fate that I should have faced years ago. You will leave her
お
for all
前は彼女
eternity.
のそばを永遠に離れる
You will no longer
も
be
う
at her
彼女
side,
のそ
nor
ば
see
に
her
戻れ
smile,
ず
nor take her hand.
その笑顔を見て手を
There's no
握る
turning
一
back
歩を
once you
踏み
step
出せ
onto
ば
this path.
もう戻れなくなる
Are you sure this is
お
your
前は
choice?
本当にそう望むのか
It doesn't matter. The girls, they will take care of her, but this is something that I must do. I've made my choice. Then go.
行け
Bury me with your
その
hands.
手で
Take
私
up
を
my
葬り
fury, lament my passing,
私
take
の
my
怒り
place, and assume my your power alone.
消えた私の存
Tell
在
the
を
world that she
この世
has
界
returned as the Lightning Queen.
雷電女王の帰還を宣告す
Go
るの
now and become the
真の
true
雷
herrscher
の
of
律
thunder.
者になる
Farewell,
さようなら
Wayne May.
雷電メイ
I don't really like this bit. You too weird. But I like the way they made or displayed the Herrscher of Thunder, the Herrscher of the all. That was easy. Bang. The alien construct finally collapsed. The sparks that danced along its body descended. The downpour did not stop. Rain followed down the edge of her eyes and washed her past away. The voice in her head was gone. She could only hear the sounds pattering of the rain. She walked towards the dead dragon and touched its tall scales. A warm glow began to spread from her fingertips and began to transform the carcass. A shade disappeared in the light. A voice played in the claw.
目覚めてから彼女はずっと飛んでいた。ベナレス、崩壊獣、怪物、地上の人々はそう叫んで逃げ回る。それらの声は届かない。彼女の心にあるのはただ一つのざわめきだけ。女王のために戦い、自分をベラと呼んだ女王を守るために。 彼女は雪原を越え、山々を越え、星の海を越え、属性を越え、最後彼女は落ちて二度と飛べなくなった。思い出を守って死んだ竜、その心にはある声だけが残っている。女王様、もう一度名前を呼んでください。
The rain eroded what was left and washed away the soul of the one named Bella. Blood-red scales covered the wounds. The wagon reared and spread its wings to celebrate its return, but it had become a beast belonging to the Herrscher of Thunder. It was no longer Benares. She looked to the sky. The circle of light faded with the birth of a new Herrscher. The Honkai was absorbed. The imaginary singularity was gone. Burying the dark random shadows would return the peace. May leaped onto the red dragon's back. The dragon knew her master's wish and soared into the sky. She will ride away from the light and chaos and flew towards the other side of the world. I'm sad. I liked the other form of the dragon. And about the dragon, the only thing that really mattered to it, the dragon, it was to protect its queen. And to the very end, protected the queen. At the end, it protected her mentally also, who had tried to save the thing that was the most important to her master, the queen. I found it very sad. Since in the beginning, the dragon was displayed and shown as an evil creature that just attacked everyone, which in the end it really wasn't. It only cared about protecting its queen, and now in its new form it protects the new queen, the Herrscher of Thunder. This fight against this quantum beast, I didn't like it. And like I said, I also don't really like this battlesuit for the Herrscher of Thunder. I don't think Mary looks good with the giant horn on her head and how she acts. Feels like just a complete cold, heartless monster, almost like in reality she isn't an Herrscher that really fights for humanity, but yeah, just a strong Honkai beast that fights for its own goals, and only for its own goals. So, the same way, it's almost like Kevin Asnama, and I don't really like this character either, how he acts.
これで終わりね。
The ending scene wasn't perfect. The dragon should have been behind the building. What happened to me? The
私は
rain woke the girl from her dark dream. This isn't the cheap. Isn't this cheaper academy?
千葉学園
She remembered nothing after her fall. She looked around at the familiar surroundings. Why am I
ど
even
うし
here?
てここにいるの
Try not to move.
動くな。
You, Kevin Caslana.
ケビン・カスラナ
You tried to close the imaginary singularity, but an imaginary construct ambushed you. You fell from the sky.
落とされた。
I managed to break your fall, but your wounds are severe.
その怪我は相変わらずひどい。
Your void powers have greatly weakened, but this would give you more time.
これで君には猶予が与えられ
Why
た。
did you
あん
save
た
me?
が私を助けたってことどうして
Thank Raiden
ラ
May.
イデン・メイに感謝
She's
す
the
ると
one
い
who
う。
saved you.
彼女が君を助けた。
Nagasawa is no
上
longer your
空者の心
concern.
配はいら
The
ない。
disaster's ended. May saved the
災害
city
は
for
終
you.
わった。
What?
何
May?
言ってるの
I
メイ
let
先
her
輩が
explain it herself.
彼女自身が説明するよ。
She's here.
彼女が来た。
メイ先輩
May,
メイ先輩
what happened? Why do you look like this?
その姿は
You have made your
どうや
choice.
らもう答えは出たようだね。
I will go with you.
一緒に行くことにしました。
Good.
あ、
Welcome to the world's
ライデン・メ
opened.
イ、
Raiden May.
ヨルムンガンドへようこそ。
Wait. What did you just say,
何を言
May?
ってる
Are
の
you going to join the serpents?
ヨルムンガンドに
What happened to you,
メイ
May?
先輩
What did he do
ど
to
うした
you?
の何かされたの
I'm speaking with my own voice, Kiana.
私は正気よ。
I've made this choice on my own. You don't have to care about me anymore. Why? Is this some stupid joke? I'm definitely not going to agree. I'm not letting you join the world's
なんて
serpent.
聞かせない
Kiana,
キアナちゃん。
you seem to have some unfinished business.
君にはまだ解決しないといけないことがあるようだ。
Tell her what you want,
話したいこと
but
を
be quick about
彼
it.
女に話すといい。
Tell her what I
話
want.
したいこと。
Will she understand
理
my
由を教
reasons?
えれば
Will I be able to leave in
私を
peace?
理解し、
No. She only blamed herself and I only
彼
worsen
女
her
をより
pain.
後悔させ、より苦しませるだけだわ。
For countless times I've already told myself what I wanted
心
her
の
to
中で
hear.
何度も話した。
Kiana, I'm happy to have met you. You've done plenty of things together and shared many
一緒
beautiful
にいろんな
moments.
ことを経験して
Go do the things you
あなたが
want
好きなこ
and
とをして
fulfill your dreams.
理想を実現させる
Let me enter the darkness and return you to bliss.
代わりにあなたを光に。
彼女に最後の別れを告げよう。ライデン・メイ、こちらの世界へようこそ。
メイ先輩どうして
Yeah.
メイ先輩
He really seems just cold, even towards Kiana. And I can already say this fight was extremely annoying. Since it's just feels like it's meant to be defeated multiple times. things you need to avoid. It's not really fair. Right?
ここまでよ。キアナちゃん、もう
まだ終わってない。絶対に行かせないんだから。
キアナちゃん、もうあの力を使っちゃった。
This is good. And I really almost I hate this form of me since I think the goal of letting this thing that Kiana is supposed to be happy, I don't think that she would achieve this way.
レイ先輩がいてくれれば100人力だわ。レイ先輩
Not to almost like I would call it throwing away. Nay, throwing away Kiana. Abandon her. I really hope it continues relatively fast. The story with Kiana and May together. It's just sad to see. It just hurts to see them both of them fighting like this. This is just unfair.
もう終わり。
No, you should be able to avoid this things at the same time. There are way too many things.
倒れるわけには。
At least you, or at least seems like I'm in the chances to somehow manage this. Right.
「もしまた律者なんかになったら、私がバットで目を覚まさせてあげる。」
Let's do the two step. All through this fight, I more had the feeling that Kiana was the only one who cared for the other person. doing this. That's just sad to see how hard Kiana tried.
息も絶え絶えのくせに
私のこの拳で止める。私は絶対に諦めない。
いつもキアナちゃんはいつもこう体がボロボロなのに無理やりに笑う。あなたは私をみんなを助けてくれた。なのに一人で全てを背負おうとする。自分の命をも犠牲にして。
レイ先輩、それは私の使命だから。
世界を救いたいなんてそんなの分かってる。
レイ先輩、
どう耐えればいいっていうの。
レイ先輩、ダメ。
私にとってこの世界なんかよりもキアナちゃんの方がずっと大事よ。あの日あなたは私に手を差し伸べてくれた。その手を掴んだ時から私の運命は変わった。あなたは私の人生の中で一番大事な人。もしあなたを助けることが罪ならその罪は私が背負う。さようなら キアナちゃん。
Man was looking at the monitor in the dark room and thought. The words of his first experience exceeded his expectations. A message popped up. It's from Amber. The man was then overwhelmed by reports. Waiting may join the world serpent. K490 left with Hyperion. The fifth Herrscher will appear soon. The balance of the world might be disrupted again, but it's not one of his major concerns at the moment. Teresa will take care of her. The night is still young. He has so many things to do. It's just way too extreme. Like I said multiple times already, I really don't like the form that Raiden has in this. How Raiden acts in this form. She really acts cold. Too cold. But I like the hairstyle of it when it has one blue eye with blue eyes. So when Kiana is in control of the form. But Raiden, no. I hope he really doesn't stay too long in this form. But yeah, I would say with that was it for today's video. We finished this part of the story. Really sad ending, I think, for now. In the next episodes I will probably look into the event missions, since these are already also things I need to do. But yeah, if you liked this video, I would be happy about a like, a subscription and a comment. And I would also be happy about your opinion on this chapter, since I found it really extreme. I didn't expect it to end this way. But yeah, I hope I see you in the next episode. Goodbye.